Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexia. Today I'm going to be going over all of the books that I'm going to be unhauling. A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I DNF'd this. This was like a urban fantasy Beauty and the Beast retelling, but like done in the, in my opinion, worst way possible. Down Comes the Night by Allison Saft. I don't like this author's writing. Also, A Far Wilder Magic by Allison Saft. I've tried, and sadly, I do not enjoy it. I read this one, and I rated it like a 3 point something. This one, I DNF'd. Witches Get Stuff Done. I DNF'd this. This is set in Florida and talks a lot about the theme parks, and I didn't like that. No, and it was just very cringy. The Beautiful, I DNF'd this as well. It's like vampires, New Orleans. I thought that it sounded really good. Like, I was very excited for it, but the execution was not there for me. Alexia by Jennifer Saint and Ariadne. I love Greek mythology. I don't like this author's writing or how she writes Greek mythology. I read this one. I think I rated it 3 stars, maybe like 3 point something, and I DNF'd this one. To The Heartless Wood. I believe I DNF'd this one as well. It just wasn't doing it for me. I just didn't care. And again, concept, liked it, didn't like the book though. So People Watching, one of the worst. I DNF'd this, I think. Yeah, I think I DNF'd it, like, but I read a good portion of it. One of the worst romance books I have ever laid my eyes on. The MMC, nasty, disgusting, deplorable. FMC, infantilized. He's like 10 years older than her. Just absolutely no, all around. A Song of Silver Flame Like Night. Now, I read this, but I don't remember anything about it, and I think that kind of tells you my thoughts on the matter. Book 1 through 3 of the Dr. Greta Hessling series. I read Strange Practice, and I read a novella by this author, and I really liked it, so I was very excited for the series, clearly. I got the whole thing. I did get it really cheap at a library sale. And then I didn't care for this one at all. It felt like a fever dream and very weird. So I decided to DNF the whole series. Furyborn. Every other fantasy out there except more boring. And I didn't care. And I know this was popular. It came out in like 2018. I know it was popular when it came out, and I've heard things about it, mixed things. And you know, my friend, that me and her have very similar tastes, she said she didn't like it, and I said, well, I'll just try it. I shouldn't have. It's also YA, but like there's like definitely adult topics, which is like whatever, but it seems weird. If I remember correctly, the characters are not minors, but they seem young the way it's written. But then there are intimate scenes. It just feels weird. Like, if you want to write that, just write an adult fantasy. Like, why are you trying to put all that in a YA? Seems strange and weird, and I don't like it. Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy? Maybe there's more, I don't think so. I got all of these for really cheap. So, at least there's that. Bad. This is like this came out in like 2014 or something. I don't really know what I expected, but it was like, she's not like other girls. It's urban fantasy. Now, you might see a pattern. I don't like urban fantasy. I don't like it. So there has to be some other aspects that are good for me to enjoy it. If it's like solely dependent on the fact that it's urban fantasy, miss me with it. It's also just super cringy. The Night and Its Moon. I saw a video about this recently saying that this author and this book are very controversial. I didn't know that was going on. So I I did a little research, and I don't think the book sounds very interesting to me anyways, and from the things that I heard, I don't want to read it, actually. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. No. I love Jane Austen, and I really do love her books. It was like the same story, just with them, at least in this one, slightly mentioning a zombie, like, every so often. But the thing that bothered me the most is that they completely changed the main character. Carry on. So, am I crazy, or is this a Harry and Draco fanfic? We have Mexican Gothic. I love this book, but I don't love this cover, and this edition is really beat, and I ordered the UK edition to come in the mail. So, I'm getting rid of this one. I'm very excited because it's this cover, and I love that cover. I have this copy of Little Women. The Ex-Girlfriend Murder Club. I'm not a huge fan of murder mystery. This one was super cringy. The character is unbearable. Gideon in the Ninth. I don't like sci-fi. Also another thing I don't like to read. I don't like sci-fi, and I tried anyways because I've heard so many good things about this book, but I can't. I don't like it. Blood Circus. I won this in a giveaway. It's an art copy, but I got it after it already came out. The publisher was doing a giveaway. This is a urban fantasy. Didn't like it, obviously. I DNF'd it. Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash, Assassin's Blade, Queen of Shadows, and Empire of Storms. I have the original covers. I don't need both. That feels excessive. One Day in December. I really didn't like it. I didn't like it. A Winter's Promise. I tried. Not for me. Bringing Down the Duke, A Rogue of One's Own, and A Portrait of a Scotsman. Now, I rated both of these 4 stars. I am glad that I read them. Like, I enjoyed them while reading them. Do I need to keep them forever? No. Someone else can read this. And after further consideration, I don't think I need to read this one. I'm fine to just leave where I am and let someone else read them. Because, hey, I mean, they were a fun time. Just not, like, my most favorite thing. And I like to have books that I really love on my shelves. This winter in Nick and Charlie, I got these in the UK because I couldn't find them anywhere else. And I read them while I was there. I'm glad that I read them. I don't need to keep them. I'm not going to reread them. It's like a one and done kind of thing. I have some books from school that I keep bringing in hopes that they'll take them, but they never do. Please take them. Blueberry Muffin Murder. Come on. I've brought this to you 8,000 times. Please take it. They won't. Powerful. Interesting story. It was sad, but I mean, like, I don't need to own it. Like, I remember hunting for this. Why? Champion of Fate. Just felt like a generic fantasy book. Didn't care for it. I feel like low-key evil sometimes, but like, these are my opinions, and just because I say I don't like something doesn't mean that other people can't like it. Some of these I know it's a me thing, it's a me problem, but that's okay. This Vicious Grace. Pride and Premeditation. You know, I enjoyed it while I was reading it. I'm not gonna ever read it again. I don't want to continue the series, I don't think. To Kill a Shadow and To Shatter a Kingdom. I DNF this one. Obviously won't be reading this one. Again, generic YA fantasy series. Like, YA fantasy book. I like so many of these books, I was just sitting there like, oh my god. Like, I don't care. Like there are so many books out there. So many books out there that I'm going to love and enjoy. So why read a book that I'm not absolutely loving? And we have this Poison Heart. I did like this when I read it. I'm not going to continue it. And it was an urban fantasy. That was my only qualm. And there were a lot of pop culture references, which I hate. I hope someone gets it because, I mean, the story was interesting. I liked it while I was reading it. For some reason, this author's writing I don't normally enjoy, but this was the best book that I've read by this author. And we have The Spell Shop. It was okay. It was okay, but I mean, like, I'm not going to continue the series, and I don't need to own a copy. It didn't have any lasting effect on me. This Woven Kingdom. I'm not going to continue the series, so. I like the Shadow Me series by this author, but I don't care for this one. I have Pet. I enjoyed this one. It was interesting, but like so many of these, like, I don't need to keep a copy. A Multitude of Dreams. This was okay. Pretty average. I don't really have any real feelings about it. It was whatever. The Kinder Poison, I DNF'd this. These Feathered Flames, I DNF'd this. This cover is really pretty. I DNF'd this. It felt like I was jumping into the middle of a series, like right in the beginning. But it's the first book, so. Skin of the Sea, I just read this month. It was okay. The mythology aspect was very interesting. I liked the main character. The plot itself was very general YA fantasy plot. As you might have gathered, I'm running into that a lot. I'm seeing a lot of the same plots. I am not going to be continuing this. The Gilded Wolves. This is also an art copy. I found this at a free little library. I ended up DNFing this. Then we have Into Misty Ruse. This is actually an indie book. I really hope this finds a good home. I just don't think that this is something that I would generally pick up. This will make its way to someone who will love it. But Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. I read this recently, and I know a lot of people love this, but it's, I believe, his only romance, or maybe one of his only romances. I did not feel it at all. I thought the main guy was kind of slimy, and I thought the girl was very immature, like she acted very young, and I don't know, I didn't like it. I didn't like the narrator, man, who was narrating the story, and he kept jumping in and putting in his own little comments. Then we have Ballad and Dagger. I've decided that I'm not going to read this one because, hey, you guessed it, an urban fantasy. Then we have Hench. Sorry. Then we have Hench. This is, I heard that if you like Assistant to the Villains that you should read this, but it's not like that at all. It's not like medieval fantasy villains. It's like superheroes and villains and tech startups, and she goes on a date with a guy from like a dating app. Like, no, I don't care about any of that. Heavenbreaker, this is like a glorified Star Wars fanfic. I think as I grow older, as I read more things, I'm like narrowing down the stuff that I like to read. And I mean, I think that's a good thing. Also means that I don't like some of the stuff that is very popular and is being recommended everywhere, which I'll just have to do my own research before getting books. A lot of the books that I don't think align with my taste anymore are books that I've had since like 2023, 2024, and I got them because they were so popular, because I'd seen a couple good reviews, and I haven't read them because they haven't seemed interesting to me, so I'm finally getting rid of them. Swordcatcher, I also don't think that this author is for me, because I've tried to read a couple books by this author and I just can't get into it. Morgan, which is in the same universe as Dance of Thieves. I love that book. This one, it was really short. I don't need to keep it. It was okay. I mean, like, interesting that I know the information now, but like, I don't need it. Then we have Forged by Blood. I just DNF'd this. This was marketed as a epic fantasy, and it more read as a YA fantasy, and it was very juvenile, and I liked the writing in the beginning, but then it felt like it changed. It did like do a time jump, but I feel like the writing should stay the same pretty much, but that was not the case. Curious Tides. This is a dark academia, but it was YA. I'm also very picky with my dark academia. I feel like I definitely prefer if it's adult dark academia or Infinite Fates. This one I was so excited for. I thought this was going to be perfect for me, but it just did not hit. It didn't. And I really wish it did because I really like the concept. I believe that is all. One bag done. Bag number 2. Third bag done. This one is humongous. And the 4th bag is half full. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Stick around for a vlog where I take all of these books to the bookstore and go shopping with the credit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.